Do you ever feel like you are constantly chasing after peace and yet it continually evades you? I'm Jennifer Slattery with the Faith Over Fear podcast. And when I've been in that place, it's been helpful to consider two questions. First, am I pursuing the wrong target? And second, am I attempting to bypass the journey? And let me explain what I mean. Often we will give modern definitions to biblical words, and this is true when it comes to peace, often true when it comes to peace. When we think of peace, we typically think of this inner tranquility. And while that is a byproduct of peace, biblical peace, shalom in the Hebrew and eirene in the Greek, it goes so much deeper. It's the idea of wholeness, and therefore it's to reach that place, there often is a process of healing we must undergo. And healing journeys are anything but comfortable and fun. In fact, sometimes it can cause all of our emotions to kind of churn within us. And that doesn't mean we are not actively moving towards biblical peace. It means we are someplace in that journey. And I'm reminded of Jesus's words. Some of you, if you're familiar with the New Testament, it might be a familiar passage to you, but it's from Matthew 11, 28 and 29. This is the New English translation. And I want to discuss what his words, how they apply really to our journey towards this increased wholeness. And so he said, and I want to say, so he's speaking to people who are basically trying to experience freedom through their own self-exhausting efforts, and they were exhausted and they weren't getting where they were wanting to get. And so Jesus offers them an invitation, and he said, "Come to me, all you who are weary and burdened, and I will give you rest. Take my yoke on you and learn from me, because I am gentle and humble in heart, and you will find rest for your souls." And isn't that what we all want? Just this soul deep sense of rest, no matter where we're at, no matter what we're going through. Well, he offers us that, but often we want it like this, right? Like we want him to just download, like take us immediately from our broken state to boom, now we are perfectly whole. And like I said, it's often a journey. And that is where his words, so first of all, he says, "Come to me." So we seek him, we pursue him in every moment. And then he says, those who are weary and burdened, those who have figured out like, hey, I can't do this on my own. And he says, "Learn from me." And that speaks of the journey. That speaks of the process, and it reminds us that he will, and he does, and he is teaching us how to experience increased freedom one step at a time. Why? Because he's gentle, and biblically speaking, that means strength under control, and he is humble in heart. He doesn't want to pull a bait and switch on us. He doesn't want to manipulate us or strong arm us into anything. Instead, he invites us to come, to learn, and to bit by bit and step by step to experience increased rest.